Got a few more people rolling in. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Ian, the COO of HDPhotoHub, and Lacey's here with us, joining us today from sales. I imagine that some of you may have talked to her already. So yeah, Lacey, thanks for joining today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it should be a fun webinar. So we've got kind of our new user webinar. We like to do this a couple times a year where we get some of the new folks in, get a kind of highlight, how to get started in HDPhotoHub. Today we'll be really focused on how you get rolling, how to be able to start doing deliveries through your account, the things that you really need to be in there and doing. Take you through and just kind of show you how easy that process is overall. We have lots of good resources and things available for you. We want to make sure to be able to highlight those as well. Anytime that you're logged into your account, so you can see it on the outside here, but even if you're logged in and you're on your dashboard, down in the corner, you've got your Ask a Human. You can chat with our live team. They're there 5 days a week, and ask them any questions that you want. It's also a quick, easy way to get into some of our help areas. We also have phone support, so you can call us. You can get real people. If you click on the launch one, you'll be able to get the little dialogue for the phone piece, or email as well. So support@hdphotohub.com. And they also have some guided tours and some announcements. If you still have a really new account, you'll have the checklist down here that kind of guides you through. They give you the kind of like highlights on your screen and points things out. It makes it really easy to get some of those key and critical areas done and knocked out. As we cruise through the webinar today, down at the bottom, you should be able to see a spot where you can ask questions, I think, maybe, or do we just have the chat up? Do we have the questions up? Oh yeah, the Q&A. So you'll be able to see that down at the bottom. So go ahead and feel free to drop any questions that you want. Got Lacey on with us. She's going to be doing her best to answer any questions real time, chat back with you guys. We'll save a couple for the end, of course, and we'll kind of open it up at the end. So if you think of questions, you can either ask it right away or write it down. Ask it when we hit that about the last 15 minutes or so of the webinar, and we'll jump in and answer anything that we can as we go. Again, easiest way, just write it in there, and Lacey will get it either on a list for us to touch on later or answer it. So thank you for doing that, Lacey. Let's see. I'll give you guys a quick introduction. So let's see. I've been in the real estate photography software space since about 2009. I joined with HDPhotoHub in 2019. So I've been here for about 6 years now. Lots of experience in our space. Our team holistically actually has just a ton of experience in the industry. So we're very lucky in that regard, and we've had a lot of fun choosing the people that come and join our team and help out. Lacey has some experience in the industry as well, being a real estate photographer in the past here locally on our own. So that's pretty great. It's always we always just look to see, where can we get somebody that really understands our little niche and what's happening out there. It's kind of funny when you're out in the real world and people ask what you do, and for me saying, hey, we run a platform that helps real estate photographers, and for all you real estate photographers out there, like you tell them like, oh, I'm a professional real estate photographer, and they're like, oh, okay, all right. They don't, people just don't think about what all goes into it, and pretty niche area, so it's fun to have a ton of experience in this space. So Lacey handles our sales and just kind of finds out what your business needs and kicks things over into our onboarding team when that all works out. So, like I mentioned earlier, you guys have probably already received a call from her and a nice warm hello. She's just an awesome resource for all of us to have and be able to lean on. So glad to have you on the call today, Lacey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Happy to be here helping out.
Yeah. All right. So get rolling here. The first thing I want to say is thank you guys for joining us and spending some time to work on your business instead of in your business. It's really hard to do, particularly as we kind of get into the time of the year where things are going to really ramp up and get crazy in the real estate photography world, as more new listings come on and things get busy. So I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us and learning about how you can use this platform to make your busy season this year a little less crazy than maybe some of your busy seasons in the past. So, way to go in making a good decision on for working on your business instead of in it. All right, so I want to start just kind of simple. A few things that we see on the screen here today. So we've got the logo up on the top. Obviously, our platform is white labeled, completely branded to your business. If you're, we've got the colors of the buttons and things. If you need any help or assistance getting your setup white labeled, feel free to use our chat down in the corner. Just shoot them a quick message and be like, "Hey, I'd like to white label my account a little bit more." And they can help you get some of these pieces put in place. If you have any questions or if there's something that you want to do different with your white label, just ask them. If they can, they certainly will. They'll hook you up and get things rolling. Um, our platform's a great platform to be able to deliver your media back to your clients. We handle a whole bunch of the logistics and things on planning from, even collecting the order and getting ready. But at the end of the day, getting that media back over to your customer and delivered is really what it's all about. This is just an example of the download page in case you hadn't seen one yet. So when you upload to us, you only have to upload your original size images. We'll go ahead and handle the resizing into the MLS size, which you can control and use. It's a super easy view for your clients to be able to come in. They can click on the photos and view them. They can come in and download all at once up above through just a zip file. Or if you've got those clients that have a hard time with the zip file, right down here, they can just click on any of these links to just download individual photos as well. So kind of a nice way. We get it. Not all uh, agents out there are the most tech savvy, but they're all very good at their job at networking. And if they're not tech savvy, we try our best to make sure that the system is nice and easy for them to be able to utilize the platform. Of course, not only can you deliver your media or your photos, but all media, so floor plans. If you have 3D tours that you capture, you can put those in the system as well. So any links and anything. I'll get into that a little bit more when we go through the walkthrough and actually show you how this happens overall. Just kind of wanted to give you a flash of the download page while we're here. Of course, the other thing that we can do with the media is if you choose to include a marketing kit, you can. So this is a marketing kit for the same property. It's great tools for your agents to be able to come in and uh, download things that they can put out on social media to promote the home. It's great for you because it's really just a one button click difference where they're going to be all set up and ready to go, ready for your agents to use. These are some of the spring themed reels that we've got going on. We have a ton of these available. So there's lots of different reels options that are in here where you can click and check out the images. Your clients can come in and edit these and change them and set them up to be the way that they want. It's really overall pretty fantastic. Outside of just the reels that are in there, we also have still graphics that they can use, both vertical and horizontal. We have square images as well. And again, you can click in and edit these. So if they choose to pick a different image, she's having just a great time with a little bit of slow loading over here on my end. You click into edit normally. I don't know why my internet is slow right now. It will pop up the images where they can choose from the different photos that are available and make updates and changes to it, as well as changing the text and everything in here as well. So overall, great tool for them to be able to use. And then on top of that, we also have property websites that are available for them to be able to use as soon as these load. And we've got about 9 different styles in here that they can choose from. All of them have different themed options. So if they want to choose a different color that works well for them, they can be able to pick something that really matches their brand and different designs. Some print-ready flyers and also the traffic report is in here. Overall, those are like the big resources that you can use to when you're sending back to your clients to be able to use those. Ends up working out really well for them, giving them nice, easy tools to be able to lean on. And again, it's just a one click difference for you when you're choosing, hey, do I just need to give them a download page, what we would call like a basic delivery, or do I want to give them a full delivery where they're going to have, one click options to be able to enhance their marketing online on social media and be able to kind of take it to the next level. Awesome that's something that you can offer to them. You can also price this as you want. So as an upgrade to your services, which turns out to be pretty wonderful. So you can have the option of including it with some packages and not others, but then still giving that option out there to be able to upsell it to others when you can. All right, so let's jump in and talk a little bit more about other benefits of the platform and how you can really get started with it. So something else that I didn't mention kind of as we jump through, so you may have noticed this is branded to this particular client as we cruise through the download media. So all of your clients will have their own portals where they'll be able to go in and see past jobs. They can order new jobs. But the great thing about our platform is that, hey, if they don't want to use their client portal, that's okay. When we deliver back to them, just like if you're delivering through like Dropbox or something, you can just provide them a URL that gets them access right here. But the benefit is instead of delivering through Dropbox, you deliver through something that's really branded to your company and kind of helps show them that you're a true professional in this space, um, along with all the integratedness of getting in so that they can place orders and be able to see past tax history and everything as well. Works out pretty great. So many businesses out there are seeing the benefits of using a platform, and really the best way to get started is jump in and start delivering. Even businesses that are really high volume, they'll just kind of getting into the platform, finding a good understanding, and starting with the basics and starting with delivery is really like get that client experience piece, the first piece to like kick it off and get started. Get them in there seeing your brand again when they're doing the things that you're providing them the most, which is that final media product, to just keep pounding it in on, you're the professional they use and you're the company that they're going to work with. It really helps build that loyalty when they see the level of professionalism that you have when you start delivering back through something that's branded to your company and really tailored to their use. So, how can you do that? How do you get started? What's the easiest way? We're going to walk through putting together a site really quick here. So we're not going to do any orders, any of the fancy stuff yet. Really just putting in some media to deliver back to a client just to kind of capture how easy that process is. If you haven't done this yet in your account, or if you've been a little worried to click around on buttons, I swear it's okay. It's not going to charge you anything. You don't get there's billing at the end when you go to actually deliver it through a client, so you can actually follow along with this process if you want. If you've got some photos hanging around on there and you want to do a quick upload and follow along with me, feel free to do that. So to start a new delivery to your client, we're going to start what we would call a new real estate site. So just from your dashboard, you can click on this button here, New Real Estate Site, and it's going to take you over to the sites page where we're going to go in and enter the address and start a new download. Okay, so you guys will see here where we're in the area where it's going to ask for the location. So we can start with any property location. So you just went out and shot 1234 Main Street, and so that's the address that we're going to put in here this time. Whoops, helps if I click in the right box, huh? 234. See that we've got some autocomplete on the address, so it kind of makes it nice and easy where you don't have to get all the streets and everything perfect in there. So we've got the main street. And at this point, you've got two paths. So you may need to start a new client, or you have an existing one that you've already worked with. So when you click the drop down here, you'll see a list of your clients, or you can just start typing in here as well. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and just pick Izzy Realtor. And that would allow us to choose her. Just to show you kind of how quick and easy it is, if we were going to do new client, we can just choose new client from that drop down, and it's just going to ask for their name, their phone number, and their email address. The only required fields here are just their name and their email address, just so that you have a way to get in touch with them. Of course, phone number is super helpful in case anything comes up. But again, we kind of keep it simple at this point just to be able to get it going and make sure that you've got the spot to be able to upload for that particular client. But I'm going to mix it up and go over to Izzy Realtor. For your test site, for those of you that are following along at home, you can also just choose your own name in that client dropdown and it'll just create one to you, and that's okay as well. So on the order type for this, we're actually going to go ahead and go with simple site. Now, if we were like placing an order and looking to collect payment and things, we would use the order form. But for now, we're just going to deliver, and we're going to assume however you're collecting your funds today is the same way that you're going to collect them in this case, and you're just going to change your delivery experience for now. And I promise towards the end, we'll cycle back and talk a little bit more about the shopping cart piece. So if you go ahead and click the create a new site, it will start the process of getting us ready to be able to do that. And so it's going to land us over on the site media page. And so you can see now up in our quarter, we've got Izzy Realtor. She's got a pretty low profile so far. We don't have any pictures or anything in there for her yet, and that's okay. But we are going to add some images now. And so in our platform, the when you're uploading back into site media, the main thing that you're going to be uploading is going to be your final images. So you've gone out, you've done the shoot, you've sent it to your editor, you've done your own editing, and now you've got your final images ready to come back. And so that's what you're going to put into this system. So however you do your editing, whether you outsource it or you do it yourself, that's fine. You're just going to transfer back your final images here. So let me put in a couple images and then I'll kind of keep talking as the upload is going. I'm going to keep it pretty slim here, maybe just like these 8. So as these are uploading, the image size that you can upload to us, so we don't have any like limits or anything like that. However, what we typically recommend is whatever the highest resolution that you want to provide your customer. So I would say whatever resolution you think they're going to need for print is really the best way, best size to be able to upload to them. And in your settings, you'll be able to configure what you want their MLS size or like their web download size to be. A couple cool things that we have going on with that actually is you can adjust the web size per group. So if you work with special brokerage that needs a different web size, you can actually add that as an additional option to them. And then when you're setting your web size, you would just go ahead and set it, or your MLS size, you would set it to the long edge so that your aspect ratio maintains. If you do, or if you are in one of those areas where the MLS is really, really strict about being an exact size, you can go ahead and do that as well. Let's see. Marco asked a quick question. I just happened to see it pop up, so I'll answer. Sorry, Lacey, I'm stealing your thunder. You can. It's up to you if you want to name your files or not when you upload to them. So you can name them the same way that you get them back from your editor, and leave them in there. You can always come in and rename them after they're in here. In this case, I already have these files saved with their names, so it's just going to use whatever name you're putting from the file name. And then once they're in here, you can click the sort by media name. So if you are using just your camera names and it's in the proper order, you can click that and it'll create it into that order, and then you can go through and rename. Your clients also have the ability to rename them if you want them to. So if they access this page from inside their account, they can come in and uh, click just like what you're seeing me do here to finish up that re-editing. So, all right, let's see. You can also upload floor plans. So you've got an option to be able to do that here as well. I think I'll go ahead and add a floor plan. Let's see. This is going to go into the images up above. You can actually drag and drop pieces in between once the upload finishes, back and forth. So I'll cruise back up as soon as that one's done. And we can also add your embedded media. So in this case, I'm going to add a Matterport. Let me grab the link from over here and get this in. And so you can come in, the embedded media you'll see is an upper and a lower section. That's really all about how it appears when it gets added onto the property website. So usually upper is going to mean above the photo gallery and lower is going to mean below the photo gallery. Sometimes it's nice to split those things up if you're adding both a video and a Matterport. You will have noticed maybe that when I was doing that, we also had the option to choose, do you want this to display on the branded or the unbranded site? Is it something that just needs to go on the download page? So you do have some controls here to be able to deliver things back to your clients, even if it's something that doesn't make sense for the property site, but you just want to be able to give them a resource link that just appears over on that download and delivery page. Let's see, we've got our floor plan up here. I'm going to drag it down into our floor plan section. Once you have an image down in the floor plan section, you can actually click on it, and it will give you the ability to drag and drop other areas, other photos and images that you've added to the floor plan here. So in this case, we want to say, all right, this is the living room, and this is our balcony. And go ahead and turn it into like a hotspot floor plan. Those get added into the actual property website as well. All right, let's see here. So our media's in. You can drag and drop them to rearrange. And again, your clients can do this too. So if you'd like your clients to be able to rearrange, or if you're just going to kind of take a good stab at the order that you want them in, remember that your clients have kind of final control over how they want it, so that when it displays on the sites, that they've got the option to do that. All right, so. Now that we've got that in, let's jump over. So at that point, things like site data. So we can come here and take a look and see this is a spot for your clients to be able to add MLS numbers, listing price, beds, baths, all the extra info if they choose to. But the main spot for you to get ready to send it back to your client is just going to be popping in and hitting that site activation piece. So from this page, we're on the site activation page. This is where you'll choose if you want to go live now and buy now. Those are both doing a full delivery with the marketing kit and the media delivery. Those are $10 in those. So you see credits here. You can have a credit-based account or a dollar-based account, but those are $10 for the marketing kit and the full delivery, or $5 for just your standard delivery. So if we go ahead and just say buy now, that will activate this particular site. And now it'll give us the ability to be able to send the email and let our uh, potential client here, our Izzy Realtor, know that that's now available for her to be able to come and access and download. All right, so our activation here completed. And so now we can hit this preview and send delivery email. And so here, as mentioned, automatically brings in the email address from her account. She didn't have an ECC, so we don't have any extras in there. But again, those are available. Here you can adjust the subject line if you choose to. So you can change it to anything that you'd like it to be. Again, we can see that this is kind of branded to the business. Got a quick little preview of the property for them. And right away, just first option to be able to go in and download that media. You can also control this piece here. So this message, hi Isabel, great news, your media is complete. You can control what you want that to be, and you can default it to anything that you want. You can also add notes here. So if there's something interesting that happened on the shoot or something that you wanted to communicate to them, it's quick and easy to just be able to type in and edit this however you would like as well. Right away, they'll have a link to the download media page. And so as I mentioned earlier, you'll kind of notice that this is like a long link with all the different numbers and letters and things at the end. So they can click that. That's like a pre-authorized link. Since they're getting this email, they can go and access that page. And that's going to jump them straight into that download page where they can go and access their media. They could also will get a call out letting them know that they've got the marketing kit. And they can click to go and visit the marketing kit page and jump straight in to be able to download the reels or the social graphics that are there. In this case, we didn't make the site live, right? We just did the buy now. That lets your agent decide when they want to be able to publish that. In some MLSs, they're very strict about making sure that it's in the MLS before a client is out promoting it online. This helps them give control over when that link is actually publicly available or not to the actual property site. And then anytime that you're doing something special like video, Matterport, and it comes with the marketing kit in this case, so your branded and your unbranded links are going to be called out just right away in this website link section. The property owner preview, so it's very much like the download page, but rather than giving the option to download the images, the property owner will just be able to go in and view them. So like if your agent's going to go live with that listing in, a week from now, but everybody's really excited to see the photos because they worked really hard getting the house ready, and they're just so stoked. Your agent could actually go ahead and send that to a homeowner so that they'll have like a view only option on those. You've got some share links so that they can share the property site onto social media if they choose to. And the referral code's a cool thing that you can set up for your business. So if you want, you can give your clients rewards for spreading the word about your business, telling other agents or telling new agents that are in the office. So they'll get assigned a code automatically, and you can choose a dollar amount that you want to reward them. This is totally optional, so if you want to turn it on, you can. If not, you don't. That's okay too. But it's all automated, so they'll get the referral code, and then if another agent places an order with that referral code, the first time that you deliver to that agent, it'll unlock the reward for your existing customer. So it does make sure that that it goes all the way through to where you're actually deliver back and complete a shoot from that referral. So it isn't any funny business like getting a referral just because somebody signed up or anything. Got to deliver all the way back so everybody's getting some value involved. Also, it'll give them a quick link to be able to access their account. And if they've never accessed it before, it'll give them a password reset link. So they'll be able to go in and just set that password right away when they do it. Something else that's really cool that is part of the system is the ability to be able to send a text message to them. So you can pop in, say, yes, I want to also send a text message. And then you can kind of choose from a couple different messages that are preset that are just quick. A couple of them include the download page, which is mobile friendly as well. So it's nice to be able to send a text message on top of the email. Also, if you do your own editing or if you find yourself doing something really late at night and you say, hey, I actually don't want to send this out at 2 in the morning, you can go ahead and say, here we go, we're going to send it the next day at whatever time. So you do have the option to be able to send later, which is pretty great. So when this email goes out again, so right from here, they'll be able to click on the download, and I'll spare us the loading time of the download page just in case things are still happening over there. I don't want to push my luck now, and we'll just jump back over to this download page. It's pretty similar overall. I think we did a pretty good review of this to begin the webinar, but I do want to talk about it just a little bit more. Again, it's just ready to go. So when they get that, as soon as you press activate, that's all there and available for them. Um, let's see. Actually, maybe I will. I'm gonna press my luck over here. Get this at least starting to pull up so I can show you guys how it looks when there's embedded media and the copyright. So if you choose to include a copyright notice, you have the option if you want to have that always pop up right away. So where it's the first thing they see and they have to hit the I accept, or you can just have it there but not require that they hit the I accept. So it basically is more just a reminder of what it is. So then it just downloads. Anytime that they download the zip file, your copyright is included with it as well. So in this case, I'll hit the I accept. And you'll see right away we start with the embedded media. So they can come in, they can click, that's going to copy the URL. They can click up top to preview the Matterport, or if they click the embed, it'll copy all the natural embed code to the clipboard so that they can go and paste that where they need. Here are the download photos. So these are going to download as a zip file. They also have the option to do like a custom. So if there is a size that they need that's specific, then they can enter that here, and it'll go ahead and adjust the images to that size and allow them to download what they need. That way, you don't end up getting requests of, hey, can I get these photos in this dimension? Anything like that. You can direct them just to come here and be able to put in that custom size to download them. If they want, they can click to download them one at a time, either the original size or the MLS size, along with clicking any of the images to be able to view them larger. The floor plan's here, so they won't have any of those hotspots on them when we download them. All of that is for the actual property website side of things. So I'll show that here in a little bit when we pop over to the property website. And then whether you've delivered the marketing kit with the delivery, so if you did the full delivery that includes the marketing kit, it'll let them know, hey, your marketing kit is ready. If you didn't, but you're pricing to sell the marketing kit as an add-on to the basic delivery, then it'll let them know that their marketing kit is waiting, and they can click this button to be able to pop over and head to the marketing kit right from the download page. I'm gonna let this come up and run through it. Let's see, while we are waiting for that, I think the main pieces that we wanted to kind of touch on the marketing kit. So I showed you guys a little bit of the editing. I don't think we previewed any of the websites though. So let me pull one of these up. I don't remember if this one has a floor plan or not, so we will find out. So this is what one of the property website. This is a pretty popular design. So we've got the agent branding down in the corner. We've got the property address up top, and this one has all the information filled out in it. So we've got price, MLS number, beds, baths. It's got a nice presentation. There's a description that the clients added in here as well. And they're able to come down and check out the gallery. Now, click any of these to see the full-size image, and also see any of the description text that may have been added. Let's see. Yeah, this one's got the floor plan, but I didn't put any hotspots on it. So let's see. Here's our marketing kit. I'm sorry, it's the same pictures. I must go to the same demo pictures all the time. But if we preview this site, let me give you a look at. So here we've got the Matterport embedded. Looks like it's taking its time loading, but you can kind of see where we added those hotspots, able to click and view that from the property website as well. There's contact option, so a little bit of lead capture on there, as well as a map so that they can, the potential buyer can see a little bit more of the location of the property. Again, we've got about 9 different designs of this. We've got kind of different header images and different layouts for the bottom, depending on what's going on and what your client prefers and what they like, all available in different colors. You can actually see over here on the site design that this is where we control that. So they can come in and choose a different site design, again, different colors to match, or they can choose just a full different series if they want. And you'll get a little preview over in the side that is normally pretty much there right away as soon as you click on something. A little bit of slow today, but all right. Let's see. I think I caught everything that I wanted to for you guys in the main download page and marketing kit. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the shopping cart benefits that we offer. And just going to cruise through this kind of quickly, and then we'll move into a little bit more Q&A and see how we're doing on time at that point. So let's see. On the shopping cart, I'm going to go ahead and just start an order here quickly so you guys can see some of what it looks like. But when you set up your products in our system, so you're able to come in and configure your shopping cart. So you can choose if how you want to break up your services. So you'll create your categories, your products. You actually will do this on your own. We've got great resources to be able to help you. But you just click to add a new product, and then you're going to get a screen that looks like this, where you're going to name the product, you add a description, set your price. And to take advantage of our smart scheduling, you just give us a ballpark about how long that service takes on site to be able to set up. For those of you with teams of photographers, this is where you'll let us know which team members can execute that product. And so you can turn them on and off. And you can also set the team members pay for that product, which is super handy. So we'll do all of the reporting on that for you. We don't do any of the money transfer piece, just the reporting. So we'll let you know, hey, at the end of the week, this is what all of your team members shot, and this is how much they should get paid based on what we found here. We also have the ability to have price tiers, which would be like if you've got a VIP client or a special brokerage that you're working with and you want to charge them a different rate, you're able to set that up inside of price tiers or dependencies to where like if you've got a product that you only want displayed or only have the option to display um, based on other products needing to be ordered or not be ordered, you can control that as well. So let's see, let's take a look here on the order form. We'll just put in a quick address. Let's see. So here, when you put in an address, you can have it set up a couple different ways to where all of your team members have areas that they work inside of. And so it'll let us know which team members can help service that. And also you can automate travel fees if you want. So if you kind of cover a larger area and you've got some outskirts that you like to charge a little bit more to go to, you can configure that in the system as well. In this case, we've got what we would call a product filter where like, hey, are we doing residential shoot, commercial work, Airbnb? And then you can have your specific products for those type of listings tailored for that person. That way your Airbnb clients aren't seeing what your residential clients would see, or your commercial aren't seeing what residential. So it can come through, again, all the naming of your products, all the pricing, all the graphics that you see here is something that you go ahead and add into the system and set up. And in this case, I'm just going to say, let's do some premium photography. You can see you can also have add-ons that are configured. So you can have those pop up as soon as something is chosen. So like add a floor plan, add other things. The marketing kit, if you want to sell it independently or if you want to include it with some things, this is set up and available here as well. Got this nice graphic. We have a whole marketing kit asset area for you to be able to grab images like this and videos that you can use to promote the marketing kit on social media if you choose to. And below, getting into where they can pick a photographer. This is an optional piece, so if you would rather that your clients just choose it when they would like the shoot, rather than choosing the photographer, you can actually have this piece be hidden, and then the system's just going to kind of mash everybody up together. And then it's going to do the smart scheduling piece, which in this case it's taking a little bit. So I don't know who's configured or not in this particular demo account. I'm going to let it skip it, but in this case, what it's doing is it's taking a look at all of the different shoots that are already on the schedule and getting ready to let you know or make suggestions to that client based on what's already out there and where this location is. So when it's a say it's a shoot that's 2 blocks away from something that another one of your photographers is doing, it can make that recommendation for, hey, right after we finish that shoot, we're going to go to this one if it's an open and available. So it's going to be looking at travel time in between appointments. It's going to be looking at time of each product to determine what slots are actually available. And then, of course, which service areas, who's working where. In this case, we've got an upsell on here. So after they've kind of gone through the process and they've picked their scheduling, when they get down ready for the payment area, you can go ahead and ask them, make kind of one more option of, hey, it'd be great if you wanted to add this to your order. And to configure that, you set up what we call like a hierarchy of add-ons. And so if they've already ordered aerial video, then you don't need to upsell them aerial video. You might want to upsell a floor plan, or if they've already ordered both aerial video and a floor plan, you maybe want to upsell them virtual staging. But essentially, it'll go through it one by one, and then that way on each order, you can always see if they're interested in adding something more that's going to be valuable on their particular order. We'll go ahead and say maybe next time. Here's an example of what that scheduling looks like when it makes its recommendations. In this case, there's not a bunch on the schedule, so it's just grabbing the first appointment time of the day for each of those days. So it's going to weigh in things like how soon your availability is on top of some of the traveling pieces that I mentioned before, where they can come in and just choose one of those appointments. We do also have the ability for them just to have like a preference calendar. So in this case, it's doing real-time scheduling based on Google Calendar integration and travel. But you can also have this set up to where they just choose a preference and move on, and you don't have to let them like kind of have full control over that schedule and that piece. Down here at the bottom, after they've entered their information, we get into the what we call project detail questions. So these are any questions that you want to ask them that will help you make sure that you have all the information that you need out on the shoot. So you can write the questions, put in the answers, and so you've got yes and no answers, you've got text box answers, you've got drop down menu for answers. So lots of different options. This is typically used for like how are we going to access the home. You can also have questions that are based on the products that they ordered. So say they ordered virtual staging, you might want to ask them what rooms they're most interested in having virtually staged. And that way everything, you'll have all that information before the shoot to be able to execute on for payment. So you can integrate your payment processor, whether that's Stripe or Square. We work with either of those. And if you need to charge sales tax, then it'll ask for the billing information. Otherwise, it'll let it go. And if you don't need to charge sales tax, that's fine. But we do have a way to automatically look up the sales tax information if that's needed in your location. And then otherwise, you can either have it set up to where you collect payment at the time of the order, or you can have it send an invoice, or you can actually change this language too to where it is just bill me on delivery. And so that's the way that most people do it. They're going to have it just billed on delivery. So when you deliver back and they get that email that we looked at earlier, when they click on the download link, it'll actually stop them over on a balance page and have them pay their balance before they get to that download page. That way, you're getting them when they're most motivated. They're excited to get the listing on MLS. They're ready to put the pictures on there. They're going to go spend a couple minutes grabbing their credit card to get it in to make sure that you get paid before the image is released. And then that way, you're not hunting down billing as well. Now, you do have full control over how you want billing to work for each client. So if you've got some clients that you're okay billing with delivery, that's fine. But if you got some like, hey, this client always have a hard time, they're always canceling the shoots, or they're always rescheduling it so often, I can't count on them. If you want them to make sure that they've got a little skin in the game, you can have them forced to pay beforehand. So anytime that they're placing a appointment, that they're putting in the payment, or you can either have them just have to pay a deposit, so they don't have to pay the full amount. But let's say you want them to have to pay that $50 that you charge as a cancellation fee if they cancel within 24 hours, just to make it a little bit easier. You know, we all kind of have those those customers out there that are a little bit harder than others sometimes, but there's lots of flexibility in here. I would say something else that I see really common is actually the ability for a client to be able to download before billing. So if you bill like an entire team, or maybe you bill a brokerage once a month, you can actually set it up to where they aren't forced to pay on delivery just for that one specific client or just that one group of clients. And we also have some great tools built in that help you do billing for brokerages as well. Let's see. So I'm going to pop over and we'll just look at a couple more pieces in here. You do have the ability to set up, so again, your pricing. So if you are only doing basic deliveries and you want to charge for them to be able to upgrade to the full delivery and marketing kit, you can go ahead and set a price in here. So just tell us what price you want to charge. We'll bill it through your Stripe or Square connection, and then we'll just deduct the piece of that for our payment. So $10 on the marketing kit upgrade. This is where you can also set up your upsells. This is the hierarchy I was kind of talking about in this case. So you can always create a new upsell and just choose it from any of your products that are in there. If you want to run promotions, you certainly can. Got the ability for you to set up promos and discount codes to be able to have your clients use. Our project detail questions are here. Our filters are here. So tons of pieces that really help you streamline and make sure that you can manage the flow and be able to collect your orders when you're ready to. But again, the biggest thing is just all about getting started in your account. And you guys saw how quick and easy it was for me to be able to pop in and add the media and just get ready to do a download. It kind of takes all the other pieces out of it, so you don't need to worry about the ordering piece. No need to worry about scheduling or anything or any of the configuration. And just kind of gets your clients used to it. You can get some feedback from them on how they're liking the marketing kit, how they're liking the download piece. And actually, you could even just send out deliveries to a few trusted clients just to get that feedback early and say, hey, I'm considering using this new system. Give me some feedback on how it went. In our experience, we've heard lots of people that their clients really like it and enjoy it and end up having it be an easy piece. So again, just to circle back and talk pricing quickly. So basic delivery is going to be $5. Full delivery, which includes the marketing kit, is going to be $10. So let's see, do it one more time. So if we've got the basic delivery, remember, it's just going to be the page where they can get their embedded media. They can download their photos. It still handles all the resizing. This is just the basic delivery piece here. And then if they want the marketing kit, then that's the full delivery, which would be at the $10 price point, to where that's unlocked and ready to go for them. And let's see. What do you think, Lacey? Are we good to jump into some Q&A? There's some good questions out there.
I think so. We've got some questions coming in.
Cool. Let's do it. If anybody has wrote down any questions that you want to get in, be sure to type them in there frantically as we cruise through. I'll pop in and see what we've got in here. Let's see. Yeah, so Catherine asks, how do you connect this site to your website so clients can come into your website and then go into ordering? Yeah, perfect. Great question. Um, so you can actually have your URL white labeled to your business. So if you go under business, and then on the left, if you go to domains, you'll have a domain here. And so you'll all have a free just .hd.pix domain from us. And you can certainly use that, or you can create a subdomain for your main URL. So if you want it to be like view.myphotographywebsite.com, you can create that. And so then how you link it up there is you add it into your navigation. So let's say I go into like maybe I've got a Squarespace website. In your navigation, you could set up a client login. You just point it to this URL. So if I was doing it for this business, it would be at homephotography.wd.hd.pix. And then if I wanted them to be able to log in, it would be /login. If I wanted it to order, I would actually just go over to my shopping cart page. And if you click your view order form from here, you actually will grab your URL just up there in the top piece. So you can grab the order URL and say book now. But again, remember, so it's great to link it to your website as you're kind of getting ready and getting it in there. Don't forget all the links to be able to access and things are in your client's email as well. So that'll be handy when you first start delivering out to them. Good question. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions or if you need any of that sent to you, Catherine, any of the ones that are specific to you, hit up that chat down in our corner and just say, hey, could you give me the URLs for logging in and ordering? And they'll be happy to get that right over to you. Thank you so much. Let's see. How do I limit a promo code once for each customer? Yeah, good question. Thank you, Jack. So in your promo codes, when you're actually doing the setup, so I'll start a new one here. You've got this ability right here. So max uses per client. So in that case, you would just do a one. And that's it. So when they put in their email address, it'll associate to their account. And now they'll only be able to use that promo code one time and be able to get the promo. You can also set max uses total. So if you want to do something like, hey, the first 10 customers that book this shoot get, book this new package I introduced get $50 off. You can also do just like a max number of use per promos. So tons of flexibility inside of the promo code to be pretty creative in there. Good question. Let's see. What other questions? Do we have any other questions, Lacey, that you saw that you think would be good to kind of share with everyone?
Yep, there was one more I popped it over to the answered from Marco.
Yeah, perfect. Let me find it. And noob question?
Nope, the next
Nope,
one,
next one.
questions about groups. Yep.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so he had asked questions about groups. So marketing managers in my area pay for a select few realtors' media, but not all, although they still manage every single one. Is there a way for those that do not pay to still send the payment link only? Yeah, the way that I would handle that would actually be I would set it up so that they have two price tiers. So in this case, we've got like this VIP clients price tier. So I'd have a price tier that would just be for your group. It makes it having a price tier and then adding the allowance subsidy is the way that we kind of handle if you've got one person that pays for multiple people's shoots. So like in this case, if they pay for the entire team or the entire brokerage, you can come in and set them up. The way that I would do this is I would set up your like payee as a group admin. So when you're creating a client account, let's see if I can pick a good one here. When you're creating a client account under clients, you can actually do new group admin. Um, and so you'd want all of your clients in a group. So if we go over to groups and let's see, we've got this one, your home realtors here. So you can have groups set up and you can assign a pricing tier to an entire group. And you've got your clients in here. So these four agents are part of that group. And if you had somebody like, let's say Chip Nolan didn't want to participate in this, you could have a separate price tier that doesn't include that same allowance. Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. So if we went to Chip's account, we would choose a different price tier for him. So if VIP clients is the one that your admin pays for everybody, you could have one like VIP client pay, something like that, something that indicates to you that it's a different group, and that one just wouldn't have any of the billing subsidy associated with it. And then that way you can split them up inside of that same group to where some agents are getting the billing and some of them are just handling their own billing. And if you need some help walking through that, feel free to reach out to our support team, chat them, and say, "Hey, I'm trying to set up an order allowance. I've got some clients that still pay that are inside this group. What's the best way to be able to do this?" And our support team can help you walk you through. But that's kind of the basic concept. You'd have two price tiers, one that allows for order allowance with the subsidy, and one that doesn't. And then you would just assign it agent by agent as it made sense. Let's see. Any other questions that we want to grab live here? I know I did see somebody asked, will there be a recording of this? There will, so we'll be able to send out that recording. And I think we caught all the other questions. Lacey, did you see anything else that we wanted to put in here last minute?
I see Marco had one more.
Oh, let's see. One
Let's
more.
see, one more related to groups.
Yeah, let's see. There's a couple more. You send out that
Yeah.
last warning.
Oh,
Here's a couple
okay.
more. It's perfect. Let's see. So, is there a way to let a group admin create their own team members' realtors? I don't think so. I don't think as the group admin that they can actually create clients. But I don't remember for sure. Our support team would definitely know 100%. It looks like Marco said that he's interacted with the support team and they are incredible. So thank you. I'm glad that that's worked out really well for you. I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but I feel like I don't think so. I think that you still have to create it. Although they can, if they start an order just from your order page, they can go ahead and enter the information for the client as if they were just a new user placing it. So if you had a group admin who needed to do that, that would probably be the way that I would go. There's also a special URL that could get provided to your group admin. So anytime that a new registration happens from that URL, that they auto assign to the group. So there's a couple ways maybe around this to get you what you're after there. Um, yeah, if you don't, yeah, reach out to support. If you don't get what you're after, just let them know that I told you to ping me from the webinar when we were talking, Marco, and I'll get you at least that URL that is helpful. It's kind of like an Easter egg thing in there that's not super easy to find. Let's see. I did have one more question that I'll squeeze in here right as we finish up. Let's see. Jack wanted to know if I want to deliver some headshots through this, will this platform work for this? I'd say yes. If that's not your primary thing, absolutely. You can just set up a site. You can put anything that you want in there for the address. The piece that it isn't, so like we're not a portrait photography delivery platform. So there isn't like, here's 50 proofs and pick the ones that you want. And now we're going to go do more touch-ups and edits and do more from there. So I guess just keep that in mind that if it isn't a like very traditional portrait workflow. Everything's really built around real estate. But if you want to do some real estate headshots and deliver them back through the platform, we're not gonna like stop you or prevent you. Just everything's pretty well set up to be more like property specific. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. But yeah, absolutely. If you're just kind of doing that every now and then or doing it as a benefit to kind of meet agents and understand and get out to their listings, certainly works well for being able to do that. Thank you guys so much today, Lacey. Thank you for holding down the fort on the Q&A. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's been a really fun webinar. I'm glad that you guys joined us. If there's anything that you were wondering that we didn't cover more, feel free to reach out to our support team. We have lots of different webinars where we covered other topics in depth. that we can certainly send you a recording to, or we can hook you up and just do, either our support person will help you out and walk you through it at that time, or we can get something scheduled if we need to as well to kind of take you through that feature. So thank you guys very much for joining us and for checking out HD Photo Hub. I hope you find it to be a great fit for your business, and we look forward to helping you and your business grow. Thank you very much. Have a good day.